Effect Custom Uncensored. Today we are going to put primer on a dent that we fixed yesterday on a previous video. I'm going to start off by showing the primer, mixing the primer. This is Lacquer Primer. Shake it up just a little bit. That's mixed 1-to-1. Not going to need a whole lot. Thin it with lacquer. Okay. It's going to be real thin. Probably need to mix it 20-30 seconds until it's all looks like the same texture. It's pretty thin. There's one thing about the Lacquer primer versus 2K. 2K primer does feel a whole lot better than Lacquer primer. Most body shops use Lacquer primer on collision work for a couple of reasons. Main reason is because it dries real quick. Makes it where you can sand it real quick, get the part to paint. That's a little bit of what we're going to show you today. I think we're good on all of that. We're going to put some primer on it, make sure the air is on. Air pressure is going to be real low. I'm going to have to set it real quick. It's going to be about 15 to 17 pounds. Do need to wear a mask with this stuff. I'm not going to put it over my head. I'm just going to put it up while I'm spraying it. And put even coats across it. I'm going to come back, put another coat on it. I'm going to hit all these little spots right here while that dries. I'm mainly just hitting the spots that's got metal showing. I'll come back and put another little coat on it. That. Come back, it's still tacking up a little bit. We'll put another coat on it. This time I'll go out a little further. Okay, pretty good. This right here, you can put a little air on it to help it dry. Not quite as warm in here as it was yesterday. I was hoping it would dry a little quicker. May have to pause the video and let that dry and come back. Let me look at it real quick. Definitely can't sand it until it's dry. Yeah, still gonna be too wet. Usually it dries pretty quick. It will today too. We'll have to pause right here and I'll give that a chance to dry, then we'll come back. Okay, we're back. It's been about 10 minutes. Feels pretty dry by touch. We're gonna We're gonna block it with 180 on a long block. We will definitely have to prime it again. Just run it real easy right here. And we'll see if it's not gumming up on the paper, so it seems to be dry. We'll just lightly run the block over it. See right there, we're already coming through on the metal. When you're looking for any kind of grooves or anything like that from when you sand it or the bondo, you'll see an outline of it. It'll show low and high when you sanding drip, when you sanding marks this way, you'll see it. See, it looks pretty good. I can feel still a little bit right here. Okay, if you see right here, there's still a little bit right there. You can feel it with your hand, so we'll sand that down some more. And try to stay off this edge right here with the metal showing. Not putting a whole lot of pressure. Okay, if you look real close, so we just started coming through right here on the metal. And we got them right there that's not sanded. That means that's low, and there's your metal. We definitely have to prime and block that again. I'm going and hit this down here. There was no dent down here. I'm just going to scuff it up. Like that. And the only thing from the video on doing the bondo with fix the dent, the only thing I did after hit it with a DA was hit it with a Scotch pad, red Scotch pad, make sure the primer would stick past where the 180 was. I'm gonna block this right here too. This was a scratch. Actually got a smaller block you can use. Same thing on this right here. Same process. I like to do it at an angle. I'm letting the block run wild on this end. I'm not going around the curve. I'm just running it straight just like this. I'll do the same thing on the bottom. And looking where my scratch marks are. And it'll show you where they're, see right here, you can tell it's low still. So I have to sand that down right here. That's where I'd sanded that paint down to the metal. It's gonna be low there where the metal was, and high where the paint was. See a little bit of red coming through right there. We're gonna just go over the edge real easy on the body line. Just let the metal on the outside here and here control where my block goes. And you still see a little bit right there, so it'll have to be blocked again. Gumming up a little bit. Still see a little bit right there in the middle. See it gumming up on the paper right there. that up. Right there in the middle still. We can sand it on down some more till it starts showing around the edges a little more. When you see where them scratches are, where that thing's gumming up. I'm gonna use a soft pad just to kind of hit it real lightly. Still see a little bit right there, so we're gonna block that some more. Hit this one right here with a block. This is actually on a little bit of a curve, right here and right here. I'm gonna use a soft block on this one. Still not putting a whole lot of pressure. Got a little body line right here coming through, so we'll come this way with it. Okay. We got another one right here. That right there is looking pretty good. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on and prime this again and let it be drying. And I'll block this, let this be drying. And I'll blow it off a little bit with the gun in my hand. Yeah. Once again, they put the mask over my face while I spray. And this time I went out a little further. Had to cover up the 180 scratches from blocking, so I had to come out a little further. Let that dry tack just a second, and I'll put another coat on it. You can see it; it'll be shiny, and it'll start to get kind of a dull look to it, and that's when it's tacking up. The lacquer thinner is evaporating. All right, so I'm gonna put one more coat on it. I'm gonna be coming out a little further this time too. Okay, and we do have the door open on the bottom and the back door open in front of the booth with a fan, bringing fresh air in. Yeah, come back over here and they're about blocking this. Of course, the longer the surface, the longer the block. Makes it better as far as being smooth. Shorter the block, it makes it harder to be straight. See right here, definitely low right there. It's red here, right here, so that'll have to be primed and blocked again. Same thing right there. I'm gonna get this. You can look too. That I can tell it was kind of getting clogged on my paper by the marks, and I'm letting it run wild over here. I'm not coming over the curve. There's a body line right there, staying flat to the top. So you can see right there, see those marks right there? That shows me that I got something sticking on my paper. See it right there on my paper, right there. See them shiny marks, it's real thick. Right there. It tells me I need to look at my paper. Okay. That's pretty good right there. What I'll do there is got them marks on. I'm gonna hit it with the soft block and kind of roll that edge a little bit, because it did not have a dent in it. It was just kind of scratching through right there. So it's already straight. I'm just gonna rough it up a little bit and make it slick across there, like that. That right there is good. Just put some more there and block there and there again. Then we got a spot down here, and this has that rough texture right here and not right here, so we'll have to stay off of that. Had a little scratch or something right here, so I have to sand above that. I won't sand here. I'll just hit this with a Scotch pad and paint over it. I hit it with a Scotch pad before, so I would not have to worry about it sticking. That's the same thing we'll do after we get done with this. Alright, so that right there shows you a good view of where it needs sanded, not sanded. You want it all to look like this. So that right there has got to come down. You're gonna sand that till you see red on all the way around it. See it's starting to come in at the bottom right there. Take it off and look. Don't just keep sanding. You don't want to go too far. It's getting better here. Still low there. Still a little low there. So we'll keep sanding. Still sanding at a little bit of an angle, but got to hit that line right there. You want it to stay straight. Stay off of it. Okay. Still see a little bit right there and a little bit right there. So I'm gonna sand a little bit more this way, and we'll put another coat of primer on it and block it again. Make sure it's nice and pretty. Like that right there. You got paint, primer, so we'll block that again. Okay. This is getting pretty close to being dry right there. It feels good. Got one more spot down there. I think I'll see if this is dry right here. Seems to be. Same principle right here. On this little edge right here, I'm using the soft block just to make that slick. There's not a dent here. Okay. That's good. I have to change the paper a little bit. Definitely know I do on this one. This is 180 file paper, air file paper. Same principle here, just nice and easy. And you see that come out right there. So I don't think it's quite dry yet. Okay. What I'll do is I'll come out here. See, like blocking this real quick and let that dry a little more. And this had a bunch of rock chips in it. Still gumming up a little bit. Bit of it now. You want this all to be slick. You see here, it's not still. Coming up on my paper a little bit. Soft block and run over just a little bit. Sometimes that hard block just makes it stick to it a little different than this. It's sounding good now with this. That right there is nice and slick. So we'll put another cut on that and we'll hit that with some 400 and it'll be ready to paint. Okay, that right there looks good. Okay. That right there will get primer and be ready for paint. This has got to be blocked again. Let's see what this looks like now. Seems to be doing okay. We'll hit the top of it with this old paper. We'll probably have to get another piece of paper. Okay. Paper seems to be doing okay. We'll wipe it and look for spots that isn't getting sanded right here and right here and right here. Well, right here, we're going to try to stay off of this line, sand from here to the edge. Okay, now started, went all the way around. That red showing here, got a little bit of metal there. Still hit, you can feel that right there, needs to be hit a little bit, but that right there looks really good. So I'm gonna hit it a little more. Now I'm letting it go out and make sure this right here is nice and smooth. Still feel something right there. It's probably them 180 scratches. As long as you're not seeing any red paint or any bondo right here, it's good. Okay. That right there looks really good. Can't feel anything. This right here, there was nothing there to begin with, so that should be good. We'll hit this right here with a block. There was a little bit, some scratches right there. That looks good and smooth. You see all that is feathered in, all that is good. And we will put another coat over it, and then we'll sand it with 400. The whole thing. Do this little edge right here. The body line's right here, so I'm gonna come to it and then come to it over here. And that's what I like the soft block for. It does it, those curves real good, keeps them nice and smooth. And I'll do one side, then I'll do the other. All right, so that right there is good. Okay. Right there, I need to prime that, block it again. All right, so that right there was the next part on this, fixing this dent right here. Next step, we're gonna wet sand it and get it ready for paint. Then we'll paint it white. This is gonna be a white bed, so we'll show you the after of the body work after it's painted. We've got some more projects coming up. Got some more things to do on the rat rod, on the 37 International. Subscribe, like, share, comment. We definitely want to know your input. Thank you. Have a good day.